Well, almost have my kayak trailer put together. This is the Harbor Freight Haulmaster 1720, I think it is. It's basically a 1-ton, but they have to subtract the weight of the actual trailer itself. Fairly well made. Yeah, coupler. The only thing that's left is the fenders and get the lights kit on, but and the license plate frame, of course. But looks like she's coming together pretty well. I will be accessorizing a little bit. I'll get a spare tire to mount up on the front, and maybe even a tongue jack, just to make it easier. But other than that, yeah, it went together really well. I've probably got about 4 hours into it. Let's back away here, and that's not bad. People have complained about the grease in the wheel bearings. I was a mechanic for 15 years. The grease in they're already well packed, and the bearing cavity in the hub is well packed. So there's no need to degrease them and then repack them, which I wouldn't degrease them anyway, because most mechanics know you don't degrease bearings, you just put fresh grease in. They're already packed. There's no need. Even if it's not that great, it's only going to be hauling my kayak, and it's all local. I'll look into repacking later. And of course, the hubs, I don't know, there is a grease fitting on the back side of the hubs. So, see, I don't know, maybe over in this one. Let's see if I can get you in there. Yep, sorry. Oop-ah. So, yeah, right in there. Yep, there it is. There's a grease fitting right there. That Doomy hitcher right there. So they got grease fitting, so you can put more grease into the bearing cavity if you need to. I'm not going to be backing this into the lake when I launch. I'll be dry launching and then just pulling the kayak in. But other than that, I like it because it matches my boat. I'm going to finish getting this together and then take the paperwork in to BMV and look to get this thing registered. And I've got all the paperwork from Harbor Freight already. So just so you know, yeah, 1720, which again, there it is. You just subtract the weight of the trailer, or add the weight of the trailer, and you get 1 ton. So there we go. Or if you subtract 1720 from 2000, you'll get the weight of the trailer. Anyway, yeah, it went together real well. I had watched several videos and had a pretty good idea how it went together. The one big complaint is the instructions don't lay the parts out, and they don't put labels on the parts so you know which one's which. So there is no parts layout. You just have to follow the drawings, but the drawings are pretty good. So overall, not bad. Looking forward to getting the registration done on it, probably next week. It's Friday now. And see where we go, or at least I'll start the process next week. And we'll see where we go from there. Anyway, Harbor Freight Haulmaster 1720 trailer for my Predator 13 kayak. Later on, friends. And I forgot to mention, I assembled the frame right in here. And then I slid it out the door and put on the springs and the axle right out here, sitting on some planks. And when it was time to flip it over, I fired up Mr. LS and lifted it up, flipped it over, and that's where she sits. Okay, this time I really mean it. See you later. Next time. Bye. Well, there it is. A matching boat and trailer. The only thing left to do is to run the wiring harness for the lights, which I'm not going to do until I pick up some poly loom, because you got to pull the wire through little holes through the frame members, through the cross members, okay, whatever they are, the ones that go that way. And rather than take a chance on wire chafing through and having to rewire it later on, I'm going to get the poly loom first and then pull it through. But my golly, she looks pretty good. I will say I'm going to need to put some markers on the two rear corners so that I can see the trailer, because when it's right behind the truck, it's not even there. You can't even see it. It's completely gone. It has disappeared. But yeah, got just a little bit of the boat that sticks out. And again, everything went together pretty good. I will say, one of the first steps when you put the frame together, it says to put the fender brackets and fenders on. And I decided to wait till later. That was a mistake. You want to put those on before the tires go on. I couldn't pull the tires off after I'd mounted them on the axle, because I think they must have King Kong working in the factory, and they're on so tight, even with my electric impact gun, I still couldn't budge the lug nuts. So I'm going to have to take it to a tire shop or somebody with an air wrench and pull those loose and then torque them down properly so that a human can undo them in the event of a flat tire. I will be picking up a spare, which will be mounted somewhere on the frame, and probably a tongue dolly, or at least a jack, a stand. Can't remember what the heck the thing's called right now, but oh well. But geez, you know, it looks pretty darn good. And I was worried that without a step down hitch that it was going to ride nose high, but it actually is running pretty level. Yeah. The only other thing I would bring up that could be better is they have the same length bolts, these here, and the instructions say to put the center link of the safety chain under the head of the bolt on the front one. Well, as you can see, you don't have any thread showing. So that's a problem right there. I might go ahead and see if I can't find a longer bolt and fix that, because I don't know if that's going to wind up being a problem with the inspection to get registered, but we'll find out. But anyway, it's all done except for the wiring. That'll just take me an hour of fiddling around. I think total time I've got in this is 5 or 6 hours. Even after it's all said and done, probably 5 or 6 hours. I think I see where I need to put another nut, another bolt through here, because this is supposed to be hinged. There's supposed to be a hinge right here to fold the trailer. I'm never going to be folding the trailer, so I didn't even bother with that, and I didn't put the caster set on the back here either. That's what that bracket right there, that's what that's for. I didn't do that either. And I think I've got another hole right there, so I've got to put another bolt and nut on, and that will beef things up just a little bit more. Okay, see, this is why we do the walk around, to see if we forgot anything, because guess what, I forgot something. I'm not going to bother with the stake pockets right now. Probably what I'm going to do is just put some eye bolts in so that I can strap this thing down. Although right now I can just put my bungees right through these little holes, or ratchet straps. In fact, you get to see it live. Is it going to fit? Will it fit? Right here? Yep, it'll go right through. So that works for one boat, but we're planning on making this a 2-boat set, which means I'm going to get some uni-strut that goes out a little bit further, because the boats are going to be further out. So we'll fix that. We'll fix that right off the bat here. I think 2 pieces of uni-strut, and then I can mount some probably 3 or 4 inch PVC pipe to make runners or bunks for both kayaks, and we're good to go. And just so you know, I don't leave the paddles in here for transport. They go inside the truck. They're just there for now, so I'll know where the paddles are. Other than that, the trailer build's done. Again, watch YouTube videos, and there's several good ones out there with detailed assembly. If I can find it and I remember, I will include it I'll include a link down in the description of this video. There's one guy, I think he's got two 20-minute videos. It's in two parts, but very detailed. Except here, the guy, I'm not going to get too far into it, but the guy's a machinist, and he's complaining about getting grease on his hands for mounting the wheels on the axles. Anyway, when you're doing mechanical work, you can expect to get grease and oil on yourself. Enough said. So there it is. The Harbor Freight Haulmaster 1720 trailer with my Predator 13 sitting on top of it. By golly, next week, I hope the process doesn't take too long, but next week I'll get the registration on the trailer started, and of course I'll have it wired up before I go in for the inspection. And yeah, we'll be hauling the boat on the trailer, so I don't have to keep hefting it up into the truck, because I can pull these two pins, and it's a tilt trailer. So that's another plus if I want to, but the trailer's down low enough that I can get the boat up on there without any trouble. Getting it up on the truck is another story, because it's about 18 inches higher than the trailer is. Well, maybe not. It's high enough off the ground that it's a struggle to get the boat up there. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling, close this one out. Probably won't include the lighting, the wiring job. I might come back and do a little follow-up after the registration is done and just let you know how it went up here in Maine. Anyway, that's it for now. Life is exceedingly awesome.